Amazon's history. According to Forbes, Jeff Bezos has an estimated net worth of over $100 billion, making him one of the richest people on the planet. Most of Bezos' wealth stems from his shares in Amazon, which he founded in 1994 from his garage near Seattle, Washington. Behind the success of Amazon is vision, innovation, and ruthlessness. Jeffrey Preston Bezos was born on January 12, 1964, in New Mexico to teenage parents Jacqueline and Ted Jorgensen. Not long after his birth, Bezos' parents separated and his mother married Miguel Bezos. As he grew up, Bezos developed a passion for computer science, though he spent much of his early years working on his maternal grandparents' ranch in Texas. He graduated in 1986 summa cum laude, meaning with the highest distinction in Latin, from Princeton with degrees in electrical engineering and computer science. He undertook a series of jobs before joining D.E. Shaw and Company, a legendary quantitative hedge fund, in 1990. There, he examined the investment possibilities of the internet. Then, web usage was growing by more than 2,000% a year. Its enormous potential sparked his entrepreneurial imagination. He created a list of 20 potential products he believed could sell well online. He selected books with nearly infinite titles. In 1994, he quit D.E. Shaw to open a virtual bookstore. He chose Seattle with its high-tech talent and close proximity to Ingram Book Group's Oregon warehouse. With $1 million from friends and family, Bezos rented a house and ran his new online book business from his garage. He began developing the software for the site with just a few employees. Named after the South American River, Amazon sold its first book in July 1995. It called itself Earth's biggest bookstore, with over 1 million titles for customers to choose from. By September 1996, Amazon.com had over 100 employees and had made over $15.7 million in sales. Following Amazon.com's launch, Barnes & Noble quickly followed with a marketing campaign claiming it had offered twice as many books as Amazon. However, Amazon had already expanded its product line and changed its tagline to books, music, and more. It quickly became the leader in e-commerce. In June 1998, it began selling CDs, and later that year it added videos. In 1999, Bezos added auctions to the site and invested in other virtual stores. The success of Amazon encouraged other retailers, including major book chains, to establish online stores. As more companies battled for internet dollars, Bezos saw the need to diversify, and by 2005, Amazon offered a vast array of products, including consumer electronics, apparel, and hardware. It launched Amazon Prime, a membership program with free 2-day delivery and video streaming. Given its size and breadth in e-commerce, it realized it had a significant scale advantage in cloud computing. In 2006, it introduced Amazon Web Services, AWS, a cloud computing service that eventually became the world's largest. It now represents 16% of Amazon's total sales, but a whopping 74% of its operating profit. In late 2007, Amazon released a Kindle, a digital book reader with internet access. In 2010, Kindle book sales surpassed hardcover books. That same year, Amazon moved into making its own television shows and movies with its Amazon Studios division. Amazon's annual sales skyrocketed from $510,000 in 1995 to $386 billion in 2021. Its first profitable quarter ended in December 2001, and its first profitable year was 2003. Amazon's stock price went from 9 cents to a peak of nearly $186 on a split-adjusted basis. In 2021, Bezos stepped down as CEO. However, he remains Amazon's executive chairman. Why is Amazon so successful? Part 1. Visionary. The primary reason why Amazon is one of the most successful companies in the world is its focus on the customer experience. Amazon makes shopping quick and easy. Its every move comes back to its customer-centric philosophy. Bezos once said, "Our vision is to be the world's most consumer-centric company, where customers can come to find anything they want to buy." He started his company with a good first product for e-commerce, books, because there are a near-endless supply of titles. He was one step ahead. When legacy bookstore competitors began their online businesses, he had already expanded into other products. Having a dominant first market segment in e-commerce allowed Amazon to expand to and later dominate other categories. Amazon Prime gave it an advantage in delivery times with its scale advantage. AWS took advantage of the company's IT infrastructure and know-how to become its most profitable business. Why Amazon is so successful. Part 2. Ruthlessness. Unfortunately, most of Amazon's businesses tend to be low-margin ones. Unlike Apple and Google, who enjoy fat profit margins, Amazon is profitable due to its scale and efficiency. To achieve its phenomenal success, it has resorted to various unethical and unfair business practices. It is truly a ruthless competitor and employer. Anti-competitive behavior. John D. Rockefeller's Standard Oil is probably the poster boy for unfair business practices. It would drive down prices to force competitors to sell to Standard Oil or go bankrupt. Amazon also has a reputation for taking the low road versus the competition. Amazon has been criticized for allegedly using patents as a competitive barrier. The one-click patent is the most well-known example. In March 2008, Amazon threatened print-on-demand publishers to sign deals with its own BookSurge subsidiary or else be dropped by Amazon. Also that year, Amazon UK was criticized for seeking to prohibit publishers from selling at a discount directly from their own websites. In July 2019, the European Commission launched a formal antitrust probe into Amazon's use of sensitive data for independent shops. In September of 2022, Amazon was sued by California for allegedly breaking antitrust laws. Specifically, merchants were restricted from selling their items at a reduced rates on other websites. Mistreatment of employees. The number of extremely wealthy business people who reached their status due to unfair treatment of their employees is countless. Andrew Carnegie tried to be a proponent of fair employee policies and later gave away nearly all of his wealth. However, his reputation is terribly stained by the Homestead strike, where locked-out Carnegie Steel employees fought against armed private detectives hired by the company. 7 workers and 3 private investigators were killed. High employee turnover rate. Bezos encouraged employee turnover, believing long-term workers would demand more money and become disgruntled ones. Bezos built Amazon's hiring processes on the philosophy that people are inherently lazy and untrustworthy. Amazon ceases promising pay increases after 3 years of employment and gives monetary incentives to employees to quit. It provides monthly classes for work training outside of the firm. Bezos restricted promotion chances for hourly workers, keeping the majority of the managerial roles for college graduates. The high staff turnover rate at Amazon is also a result of the company's vast firing of employees for any perceived decline in productivity. Working conditions that force employees to pee in bottles. Motherboard published photos and talks with Amazon drivers who urinated in bottles. It also reported that Amazon internally cautioned staff about public urination and defecation, indicating that it was a recognized issue. The Intercept reported Amazon managers frequently referenced it during meetings and informal policy documents and emails while doing little to modify the working conditions that were causing it. Motherboard recently spoke with Amazon employees in Bessemer, Alabama, who verified that peeing on the job is tough because of severe work pressure. Catherine Highsmith, an Amazon warehouse worker in Bessemer, said, "You're sitting there and you have to go take a pee, but you don't want to rack up time off tasks. So you're like, man, if I just hold it for another hour, I can go to the bathroom. If you go to the bathroom a normal amount, it starts becoming a problem. We can be written up. You can be fired." In 2021, the New York Times alleged, for at least a year and a half, including periods of record profit, Amazon had been shortchanging new parents, patients dealing with medical crises, and other vulnerable workers on leave, according to a confidential report on the findings. Tara Jones is a new mother. The Oklahoma Amazon warehouse worker penned an emotional letter to Jeff Bezos expressing her dissatisfaction with her pay. Her paycheck was short $90 for the month. "I'm behind on bills, all because the pay team messed up," she wrote to the world's then richest man. "I'm crying as I write this email," Jones implored. Workers had to deal with problematic payroll software, which resulted in people with medical problems and other life crises having been fired when the attendance software mistakenly marked them as no-shows. Doctors' notes vanished into black holes in Amazon's databases. Employees struggled to reach even their case managers, wading through automated phone trees that gave them the runaround. disability payments being halted, automobiles being seized, having to sell a wedding band, and being wrongfully fired. These are some of the horror stories of working for Amazon. This is just a sampling of Amazon's many unethical business practices. Probably several videos are required to comprehensively explain their unfair behavior to competitors, suppliers, employees, and customers. What do you think about Jeff Bezos and Amazon? Inspiring hero or loathsome goat? Please comment below. Thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed our video, please like, share, subscribe, and click the bell icon for more videos like this one. And before we sign off, here's another business video you might like.